that we are in this position and have a bright future ahead of us. 4 years ago, I never would have thought I could stand in front of you all to give this speech. Me even being up here is a testament to the barriers you can overcome with the support of your community. Now, I know many of us are apprehensive to be entering a new stage in our lives, but technically we've done something similar before: high school. The once unfamiliar doors of Springbrook are now the entrance to some of our fondest memories and best experiences. Whether the school's pep rallies, basketball games, theater performances, or late-night practices are the highlights of your time at Springbrook, I hope that you hold on to your memories from here forever. The skills that we have learned in high school will help us navigate whatever is waiting for us once we turn our tassels to the left. How to make friends from different walks of life, how to work with others, how to cope with stress, how to stomach cafeteria food, how to be a leader and how to deal with leadership, and even how to complete multiple assignments at the last minute. These are all lessons which we have picked up on over the past 4 years. Coming into high school, I initially felt extremely nervous but now look at us. We have built lifelong friendships, cultivated crucial skills, and built a foundation for the next stages of our lives, whether it be college, work, the military, or whatever you want to pursue. For many in the audience, you may be the first in your family to be graduating high school. Maybe you're the first to be attending college. Maybe you're about to enter the workforce, or maybe you're taking a break. No matter what you choose to do, if you want something, work hard and go after it. Be bold and be willing to make mistakes for what you are passionate about. We are lucky to be in this position. Not everyone gets to graduate high school, and especially not a high school. For many in the audience, this graduation may be bittersweet as you think of loved ones who cannot be here. Be bold for them. Maybe. Maybe your loved ones are cheating your feet away. Be bold for them. Importantly, be bold for you. Look at how far you've come. Life is full of opportunities. Be bold and go grab them. As you work your way up to great success, do not forget to offer a helping hand to others. Create a brighter path for those who follow, and do your part to be a good example for the next generation. Now as our time as Springbrook students comes to a close, I'm not going to miss our delayed AC or empty paper towel dispensers or groaning pipes, but there is so much more to Springbrook. Within our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. clad walls and ceiling decorated with the flags of our heritages lie the soul of the past 4 years. A school which has fostered us, prepared us, and given us unforgettable memories. A school which I am proud to call my home, and friends which I'm honored to call my family. I love you, Class of 22, and I'm glad to have served as your president.
Hello, class of 2022. My name is Bethel, and I served as your social events coordinator. Kathy Park is national correspondent for NBC News, appearing regularly on The Today Show, Nightly News with Lester Holt, and MSNBC. She has been a New York-based correspondent for the last 3 years on the front line covering some of the nation's most prominent headlines. Kathy's reporting has taken her around the world following natural disasters and breaking news to protests and celebration. Most recently, she was at the forefront of covering the coronavirus in New York City, once the U.S. epicenter of the pandemic. Kathy joined the network's Los Angeles Bureau in 2018. She was among the first journalists to report on Camp Fire, California's deadliest and most destructive wildfire on record. Kathy also has celebrated an interview with actress Sandra Oh ahead of her historic night at the Golden Globes, as she became the first woman of Asian descent to host the awards show. Before joining NBC News, Cassie was the weekend evening anchor and reporter at KCRA in Sacramento, California. She anchored live coverage of the Oakland warehouse fire, which earned the station an Edward R. Murrow Award for the Best Newscast and an Emmy nomination. Kathy started her career as a reporter in Bristol, Virginia, then worked in Washington, D.C. as a reporter and the weekend morning anchor at ABC 7 and News Channel 8. She grew up in Montgomery County and graduated with honors from the University of Maryland at College Park. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished alumni, Miss Cassie Clark.
Thank you, Bethel, for that introduction. And good morning, class of 2022. To the staff and faculty of Springbrook High School for asking me to be a part of this very special occasion. It truly is an honor to be in your company once again as we celebrate the achievements of these graduates. So graduates, looking at you guys down there, let that sink in. You're a moment away from savoring a milestone, 4 years in the making. And for half your time at Springbrook, you had to press on during a global pandemic. High school, it's hard. Friends, work, sports, sleep, TikTok. Yeah, I know you got that on your phones, right? You all had to navigate being a teenager and a student while spending countless hours learning virtually and planning out your next chapter. I know the road wasn't easy, it never is, but the fact that you are sitting right here in front of me, ready to receive that diploma, tells me you followed through. So on this Throwback Thursday, I'm going to throw it way back to when I was a Springbrook Blue Devil, nearly 20 years ago. 2 decades, guys. And to give you some perspective on how long ago that actually was, listen to this. So the #1 song in 2003 was In the Club by 50 Cent. You guys know who he is? Okay, some of you. iTunes just came out while I was in high school. You guys had iTunes your entire lives. iPods were a thing, not iPhones. Cargo pants were cool. And this is big. Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears broke up. That was big news, y'all. So I grew up 4 miles north of New Hampshire Avenue in Silver Spring. My parents still live there. They're out here somewhere. And when I started my freshman year, I went against the grain a little bit because I didn't go to Hubert Blake, which was my home school in the consortium. Blake was nearly brand new. I would have been perhaps the 2nd or 3rd class to ever step foot into that building. But I chose Springbrook because at the time, it had 40 years. And I want to be a part of it. And being the overachiever that I was, I wanted to get involved right away and be the best at just about everything. So it didn't take very long for me to join swim team, lacrosse, track, cheerleading, newspaper, and student government. So guess how many of those activities I was somewhat good at, and I'm rounding up here. I would say just 1.5. I learned very early on that I am not athletically inclined, so I fizzled out real fast in swim team, lacrosse, and track. And I think they just kept me around for cheerleading because I was good at smiling really big in front of a crowd. Kind of like now, and I think it's helped in my TV career. And I also thought that running for class president would be a good idea. So I did it 3 times and lost each time. All right, so you might be thinking, why is she sharing all this? She is our commencement speaker. Isn't she supposed to be hyping us up, motivating us? Yes, I should be. But I think part of my responsibility as an alum is to give you a reality check and let you in on something that took me years to figure out. And sometimes I still need a reminder. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone. And most importantly, when you do, it is okay to fail. In my case, lose 3 times trying to become class president. And me here out of Haiti, if you're out there, I am not bitter at all that you beat me 3 times. Failure, as painful as it is at the moment, might just be the best thing that happens to you. It reminds you, A, that you're a human, and when you get back up, and you will, you come out the other side with a whole lot more grit. As a journalist, I tell stories for a living. I've interviewed hundreds of people throughout my career, a legendary basketball player, famous actors and actresses, Olympians, Grammy Award-winning singers, a female 4-star general, trailblazing small business owners, and most recently, doctors and nurses on the front lines in the pandemic. I've laid out this entire list because regardless of title, all these people have something in common: passion and a whole lot of grit. The formal definition of grit is unyielding courage in the face of hardship. I describe it as a raw feeling you get in your gut when you're pushed so far to the limit, you want to tap out. In my case, I just want to cry. I'm a big crier. But somehow you're able to pull just a little bit more from your tank, and that is all you need to cross the finish line. I'm the product of Korean American immigrants, and I came from very humble beginnings. My parents barely spoke any English when they came here. My father worked as a mechanic 6 days a week, rarely took holidays off. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. Probably one of the hardest jobs that rarely gets the praise it deserves. And through them, I first learned the meaning of grit. I'm telling you this because beyond high school, life will test you if it hasn't already. And sometimes that grit will become your greatest weapon. So keep that in your back pocket. But also, take this moment to look around you. Really, just look around. Because in addition to your family, this right here is now your village of friends, teachers, counselors, alumni, who you can lean on as you walk out these You guys are now part of Springbrook's 62-year legacy. This is now part of your story, it's part of mine. I told you earlier, I could have gone to that other high school down the street, and my journey would have looked very different. And I wouldn't be here to give you this address. But I was compelled to be a student at Springbrook because I followed my gut. It would lead me, as you heard, to the University of Maryland, and from there, TV stations in Tennessee, Washington, D.C., California, and now 30 Rockefeller Plaza in New York City. If you told me 20 years ago I would be reporting for the Today Show and Al Roker, the Al Roker would be my colleague, I wouldn't have believed you. Sometimes I still don't believe it. What I really can't believe is that I'm now old enough to be back as your commencement speaker. And my former principal right here, Mr. Durso, the legendary Mr. Durso, is watching over me. Once again, I am so humbled to be here with you today, sharing my journey as you get ready to kickstart yours. Congratulations, class of 2022, you did it, and we are
Thank you, Kathy. Back in the day, Kathy was my counselee. I was her counselor. And Mr. Durso was my boss. Full circle. Will the faculty and staff of Springbrook High School please stand? Honorable Lynn Harris, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Springbrook High School and myself, thank you. Honorable Lynn Harris, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Springbrook High School and myself, I am pleased to present to you the members of the class of 2022. Class of 2022 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland Diploma. Staff, you may be seated. Ms. Lynn Harris.
Thank you. Congratulations, members of the class of 2022 and all the families and friends and staff and teachers and mentors that got you here. Give yourselves another hand. And thank you to the instrumental and choral music that has accompanied this ceremony. It's been amazing. So truly, this is an honor for a Board of Education member. And when I learned that I would have the privilege of representing the board at your ceremony, I arranged to come and meet with some of your senior leadership just because I wanted to get a sense of your time and your experience of Springbrook over your time there and your time in MCPS. And when I met with them, I asked them, just tell me, if you can, summarize your time in a couple of words. And what those students told me was that at Springbrook, they found a place in which they felt comfortable, but also in which they felt challenged. And they found a place in which they felt supported, but they also got pushed when they needed to get pushed. And we talked a little bit about the extraordinary journey that you all have been on because you've lived through extraordinary times, as Ms. Valentine has already mentioned. You know, you had a very disrupted high school career, and you spent more than a year in virtual learning, in that isolated bubble of kind of enforced seclusion, which was really hard. But in some ways, it wasn't hard because you all came through it with a sort of a renewed appreciation for things that you had taken for granted before. Even if that was just the ability to walk into a building and say hello to other people. And you use that time to build skills that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise had the time to build because you would have been so busy working and playing and studying and being in the world. So you learn how to passionately advocate for the issues that you care about and speak up for those around you that needed someone to speak for them. And as Ms. Valentine mentioned earlier, your generation faces a lot of challenges. You've been through an extraordinary challenge, but what you face now is so much more than I faced when I graduated from high school 42 years ago. And Ms. Park graduated from Springbrook almost 20 years ago. But because you have developed this incredible sense of resilience and grit, because you've had to, I'm very reassured as a member of a much older generation that you all are now a generation that will not ever stop asking why, you won't take no for an answer, and you definitely won't sit by and let people make decisions about you. But instead you're going to insist that you are at the table making decisions that impact you. And that is all too good. And as just one point of privilege, as I look around this room and see all of the achievements that it takes a whole book to talk about, all that you've done and accomplished, I would ask each of you to think about when you step out of your MCPS journey into college, into career, into community, think about bringing your talent and your energy and your ability back to us. Help us make this the best school system it can be. Think about spending part of your career journey in MCPS. Those of you already wearing those MC dual enrollment stoles, please go online, sign up to join our substitute teacher board. Please come back to us those of you wearing those dual language, those seals of biliteracy, think about coming back to us. Come back to us as a teacher, as a counselor, as a psychologist. Come back to us as a nutritionist, an accountant, a business manager. Come back to us as an architect, as an engineer, as an HVAC technician, as a carpenter. Bring your skills and talents back to us. We're the biggest employer in Montgomery County. We're one of the biggest employers in the state, and we need you and we want you. So that's my plea to you. Please think about coming back. Because becoming the best school system we can be requires us to have a workforce that is fully diverse and fully inclusive and represents the county that we live in, and that's you. So, again, that's my challenge to all of you. Whatever your journey out, please think about taking that road back. Now, the legal piece. By virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of Montgomery County under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas or certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed courses of study to the students of Springbrook High School, who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. In receiving this diploma or certificate, each of you is entitled to all of the privileges and honors accorded graduates of a high school accredited by the Maryland State Department of Education. Congratulations.
Mama.
It's Sir St. George. Chelsea Gomez. Giselle Gomez. Carlos Gomez Felix. Christopher Gonzalez Monge. Dominic Russell. Jamari Grant. Fatima Gordano Javera. Tafara Gray. Samian Guwadi. Ryan Hansley. Isabella Harrison. Mohammed Hassan. Ayan Hassan. Yatsira. Ricardo Fernandez. Luis Hernandez Oriana. Eduardo Hernandez Viega. Jakira Hill. Hiba Hussein. Luis Roberto Ramirez. Victor Ike. Dennis Jaime. Dennis Jamie. Devin Johnson. Christian Jean. Cisse Jambara. Domisha Jonis. Jarvis Jones. Michael Jones. Shane Jordan. Milton Juarez Valle. Jason Kennedy. Khadija Kamara. Gabriella Khan. Melanie Kamani Tinsi. Muhammad Khan. Daniel Kibe. Taylor Kirkland. Tyler Kirkland. Anthony Ray Huda. Andrew Priyanko. Jordan Wendell. Tanvi Kai. Diego Larine. Marcel Latifi. Donna Lee. Quentin Lee. Vladimir Limas. Beatriz Limas Ramos. Carlos Leon. William Leon Chacon.
Michael Bam. Gardy Villagine. Josias Pierre-Louis. Justin Pierre. Ediberto Pineda Mendoza. Keandre Palmer. Excuse me, Keandre Plummer. Benjamin Portillo Herrera. Taylor Preston. Andrés Quiroz Flores. Maida Rahman. Daniel Ramírez. Isabela Ramírez. Brittany Ramírez Valle. Jeremy Ramos. Madeline Ramos. Kaden Ramos Guillén. Anthony Ramos Pérez. Mariana Reyes. Jason Reyes. Giancarlo Reyes Viera. Anderson Rivas. Giovanni Rivas Enríquez. Sofía Rivera Lara. Carlos Rodríguez. Caterín Rodríguez. Denis Romero. Marina Rosario. Jacob Ryder. Zaida Sabaha. Melissa Saguistizado. Dani Sachi. Carlos Sampson. Adonis Alejandro Sánchez Mariachi. Karen Santaborda Fernández. Chita Sancas. José Santiago Juárez. Gio Zapalo. Emmett Scott. Urbella Sebatu. Sia Saeed. Katia Seifu. Joseph Sunderland. Amicia CUF. Prince Shalom. Bilal Siddiqui. Nathaniel Cisse. Sabine Siu.
Egidio Stem. Corbin Stratton. Brandon Streams Colley. Sadrak Suresh. Emmanuel Tayeb. Kidis Tayeb. Luke Taylor. Devon Taylor. Richard Terry. Oblak Tesfuyen. Morgan Thomas. Brandon Toe. Fergie Torres. Justin Torres. Brandon Tran. Macy Tran. Tony Tran. Samuel Trong. Vu Quang Trong. Anel Tafak Tingomo. Adrian Tyler. Dylan Tyler. Eduardo Humana. Ronald Humanson. Niome Urbina. China Valentin. Vanel Angel Van Doe. Jalen Velasquez. Carlitos Ventura. Keila Villalobos. Giovanni Villanueva. Ángela Villena Sagastume. Anthony Vu. V. Vu. Xavier Walker. Aaron Washington. Grayson Waddell. Marquise Wilhelm. Williams. Jerome Williams. Sydney Williams Ridley. Peter Walden Tyler Long. David Workman. Navy Johannes. Nadine Rousseau. Nabiat Zenmona. José Cepeda López. Angie Zúñiga. Roberto Zúñiga.
my name is Alex Wynn, and I am proud to have served as this year's Student Government Association President. At this time, we will perform the turning of the tassel, which signifies that you have received your high school diploma. Will the class of 2022 please rise?
That the audience please remain seated until all of the graduates have exited the arena. This concludes the class of 2022 commencement ceremony. We will now to our esteemed school band as the graduates recess to the main lobby to receive their diplomas. Thank you for being a great audience, and congratulations to the class.